Okay, tarpon fishing. Well, if you've been, you know what I'm getting ready to kind of explain. If you hadn't been, maybe this will help you out a little bit. But whenever you get a strike, the game is on. There's three miracles that's got to happen, and you got to do it probably within 10-15 seconds, or you liable to get spooled off. But first miracle is you're going to first mate, or lad in our case, his main purpose and job is when the rod goes off to run up there and undo the anchor rope and throw the buoy over 5 seconds. And then we'll be loosed, and then we can start reeling out other rods in and turn the boat and start chasing the fish. So you'll see what happens on this one. Notice in the video that the anchor is on the bow of the boat, not in the water. So that was kind of exciting. That's the first miracle that's got to happen. Get that anchor rope out and get it going. The second miracle is the angler. The angler has got to hold on to the rod, don't let any slack into it. And the old saying is, bow to the king. So that means everything you've been taught about fishing, to hold your rod straight up and keep the line tight, forget that. You point it towards him. When he jumps, you point it towards him and keep your line tight, but point it straight to him. My theory on that, why they do that, is if you hold your rod up, he's so vigorously shaking his head and doing 360s, if you got your rod up, he can put that little bit of slack in your line, and that's what will give him enough to get off. So Bobby's got to do that. He's got to. And the third, I guess, is me, the captain. Well, when the rod goes off, on this particular one, I grabbed it, handed it to Bobby, turned around and cranked the motor up, and I started reeling the other ones in. Bobby started hollering, he's getting spooled, and I look, and our first mate is pulling the anchor in. So that cost us probably 15 seconds. So he's out there, 200 yards. So once the anchor's up, you get to turn around and head towards the fish. Then you got to make up some ground to get your line back. And then once you do that, the last thing you got to worry about is your other lines in the water. You want them all the way in, because you're going to be turning around, backing up, and you don't want anything in the water to get hung up in your prop. Plus, you got to dodge all these crab pots where we fish at. And so, hope you enjoyed that little video. I'm going to go out here now and show you the best way that I found to change your line on your reel. So you got 300 yards of line on, so this was the easy, quickest way that I found to do it. Show that, and then I'll get in the boat and show you kind of how we, not like most people, had got 2 or 3 rods out. No. We don't do that. When Bobby comes, there's 6 or 7. Got to have that many. So anyway, hope you enjoy this, and it's about ready to get started. First thing you want to do is you want to change the line. It's probably a couple of years old, and Bobby's complaining about it, so he said he wasn't going unless I change the line. Well, you got a couple 100 yards on each reel, so what I come up with, I drilled a hole in the bottle cap, put about a 1/4-inch screw on there, and a nut. Put that on there, tighten it up, and put it on your drill motor, and that way you can get it off a lot quicker than you can if you, I've hooked to the golf buggy before and took off, but then you got to wind it back up. So that's the whole purpose of putting this bottle on here, is so we can unwind it and also save it. Once we run the line off on here, we'll take this off and put it in a Ziploc bag and write on it 40-pound test line, and we can use it for leader. So we got our bottle hooked up to the drill motor. We got our hooked up to the reel, so oh yeah. Okay, yep, there we go. Yeah, it's got a little wobble to it, but yeah, that's looking good. That's we'll have it on this bottle where we can use it for leader line. Speed it up a little bit and it's run off to the end. Oh, that looks pretty. Yeah, it's making a little decorative thing here. And that's all there is to it. I'm getting ready to show you how we do tarpon fishing, which is probably not like the ordinary person does, so you'll see. But when Billy and Bob get together, 2 rods or 3 rods is not enough. So anyway, this is what we do. We'll have 7, not 2, 3, but we'll have 7 rods out. And what we'll do, we'll have this one, and we use, this is going to be on the bottom. We got a slip sinker, and this is going to be on the bottom, and we'll have cut bait on it. And we'll throw this one right out the back of the boat. By the time we'll be in about 20 foot of water. By the time it goes down, it'll probably be 10 foot behind the boat. So we'll throw that one out. Like that one will be there. Then we'll get our next one. We'll be fishing on the bottom, but we're going to probably be 2 foot off the bottom, as you can see right there. So it'll have one right on the bottom, one a little bit off the bottom. And we'll throw this one out probably about 10 foot, so by the time it gets down, it'll be 20 foot in the back. And that one goes there. Okay. This one, I don't have one. Bobby took them with him. But this little planer you're getting ready to see, we'll put this on this rod and we'll throw it out, and we'll have about a 8 to 10 foot line out above, the planer will be above the fish about 8 or 10 foot. So we'll throw it out. When the tide's running, it'll go out and it'll end up straight in front of us. So that'll be here. That one will be there. Then we'll get this one. And this one's going to have either a cork on it with about 8 foot of line on it with a live bait. Live bait on this one and on the planer. This one could go probably 40 foot back with a balloon on it or the cork. This will go about 40 foot, and it's going to stick right there. You got that one in there. All right, and we will do the same thing on this side. So you got 7 rods out. So if you've never tarpon fished before, or even if you have, you can imagine what's going to happen when one goes off. But this video you're getting ready to see, we didn't get it all together. But what happened was, this rod went off. I reached, I grabbed it, I handed it to Bobby, and like I said, the most important part of this whole thing is the anchor man and our first mate, Lad. You have your anchor, and at the end of your anchor rope, you got a buoy. Well, when your fish hits and he's on, all you have to do is come up here, and the line's tied to your buoys to the end of your anchor, and all you got to do is unhook it from your eye and flip it out, and your buoy's there. You don't have to worry about pulling the anchor in. So that's the easiest part. When that rod went off, first thing you do is turn around and you crank the engine. Crank the engine. Lad supposed to unhook the clamp, throw the buoy out, and we'd be turned loose. Because a tarpon in 5 to 6 seconds, he's already burned off 100 yards of line. Well, I handed that to Bob. I reached and grabbed this one, started pulling this one in, and looked, and Lad was pulling the anchor rope in. And Bobby was hollering, he's spooling me, So, oh Lord, what are we gonna do now? So I got that in. By that time, he got the anchor in, and we turned and started headed to the fish. Well, I had to reach back and grab this one. When we're heading to the fish, got this one pulled in. All right, both the lines are still in the water. Lad comes back and starts getting these in. I had to reach up and grab this one. I'll reel this one. This is the farthest one back. Reel this one in. Lay that right there. And all this time, Bobby's saying he's spooling me. So we got on around and started catching up with him. But you think that's the end of it? Nope. Now, these are hanging off the boat. So you got to reel these on up, take the fish and put them in the boat, put them in live well or whatever. Because when you get to the fish, you're going to be backing up, turning around, and you take a chance of getting tangled up in the motor. So we got all that, and this is what happened next.
We are again.
I'm bored.
It's
I'm rolling my eyes.
Even Bobby is bored. And thinking, what are we doing?
See if that'll work again.
Pull this in.
Go hard, Bill. Go hard, Bill. All right. Woo! Woo! Go.
Bobby's got me. Tell me what to do, Bobby. I'm just going to be...
All right, come on. Come on for turn one. No, just
You
turn.
got him. You got him.
Reel. Dog it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Didn't you see that?
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. Don't go to the right, go left. Go left. Well, he's going up to the pipe. Change directions real quick, so that's close enough.
Whenever he gets on, you say you found him wrong.